Alastair Clarkson reinvents Hawthorn lineup to produce stunning win over Sydney. Alastair Clarkson is the master of the magnet. The Hawthorn coach has spun his whiteboard around like a game show contestant since the bye, and in turn has spun the Hawks back to life. In no particular order, these are Clarkson's bold moves since round 13, Taylor Duryea to the forward line, James Sicily and Jack Gunston to the backline, and Daniel Howe to the midfield as a tagger. Even Clarkson's champions have been recalibrated. Shaun Burgoyne has morphed into a forward midfielder after playing a defender midfielder, while backline general Luke Hodge now rarely leaves the defensive arc. The strike rate has been staggering, last night's shock win against form side Sydney furthering the Clarkson legend. Since round 6 the Swans are 0-2 against Hawthorn and 10-0 against the rest. But the Hawks' victory last night was out of a different playbook from round 10. That night they played keepings off, winning 100 more uncontested possessions to control all parts of the SCG. Last night, on the more spacious MCG, Clarkson appeared to ask his players to go more direct and play on more often. Several Hawks took on different roles. After taking the scalps of Rory Sloane and Scott Pendlebury, Howe spent time on Josh Kennedy and Luke Parker last night. From rounds 1-12, Duryea had spent just 2% of game time in attack, while Gunston wandered into defense for just 1% of the first 3 months. In the next 5 games Clarkson deployed Duryea forward for 80% of time and Gunston back for 54%. It worked again. Gunston kicked 5 goals in round 12 and has since helped kick Hawthorn out of tricky spots, spending time on Swans forwards Will Hayward and George Hewitt last night. At times Gunston found himself saddled up next to Lance Franklin, the megastar he spent 2 years sharing the forward AC with, and he took a telling defensive mark near the death. Burgoyne set the tone last night with a brilliant solo effort to kick the Hawks' first goal. They are now 8-1-1 when Burgoyne threads a major and 0-8 when he doesn't. Burgoyne's second goal was a 55 meters set shot in another sign the soon-to-be 35-year-old must play on next season. Ryan Sonemakers played in the backline in round 1 and is now a permanent forward, and when Duryea got on the scoreboard last night the Hawks were 21 points clear. Howe spent just over a third of game time in the engine room in the first 3 months. Since then it's been 90%. How often do you hear that a player has been granted a honeymoon period because he is learning a new system or adjusting to a different role? Clarkson is making a mockery of that excuse. Charged with responsibility, these Hawks are delivering. As the fidget spinning craze takes the world by storm, Clarkson's magnet spinning has caused storms in the top 8. The Hawks have taken points off Greater Western Sydney, all but ended the seasons of Collingwood and Fremantle, given Geelong a fright and knocked off Adelaide and now Sydney. The Clarkson shuffle has proved so effective, budding DJ Ben Stratton may seek advice before he next spins the revolver decks.